Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellar Monarch 2 with me, Alpha Biomega, and House Aurelius. So in the previous episode we've actually managed to do something incredible, and that is turn around the negative trend that we had. We were, I think, at around 780 ships at our lowest point. Now we're at 1350 and steadily rising, which means that our military is finally regaining its strength, which led to the strategic decision that we're gonna attack Adurni. I think we attacked Nisam in the previous episode, but we already have it. We're also attacking Vukel and Yolara, and that's it. Actually, Yolara is the last one, right? Yes. Yawara is also marked for conquest. So again, our forces are now attacking Vukel and Adurni, and hopefully they're going to attack Yawara, and hopefully we are going to be seeing more of these ships. The moment you actually go to the maximum amount of squadrons, you can increase your budget dedicated to your fleets, and it kind of dramatically increases the amount of squadrons that you can have. You could do it even now, but the issue is that we could never pay for it. Even the plus 10 would cost us 876, and this one would cost us 2000. Yeah, no, we couldn't afford that. Still, we are, quite far away, so there's no point in thinking about that. What we should think about that though is further boosting our economy. The happiness of our people is pretty good. I'm still considering that we're going to increase the mineral refineries first, just to settle in comfortably into the ship production, and then we're going to revert back to food processors and other stuff. We also need to start looking again at our ministries. We have favored the war ministry led by Charles Edwards, which is almost at 30 efficiency, but the other ones need to be dealt with as well, and we should probably replace Nicholas Schmidt here, who, while being very loyal, is not doing us all that good and has pretty bad ratio when it comes to events. Anyway, we're working on colonizations. We have 4 ships working overtime. We continue exploring. The war and battles are raging, but we are now, I don't want to say safe. We are not, out of the worst thing. You can see that we are still completely surrounded. But if we have enough ships, we can actually dictate what we're gonna do and where. Anyway, with that said, let's end the turn, see how things are gonna progress. So Adurni is still not being attacked, but Nisam has been attacked. Alright, though we have enough forces there to repel the enemy. Vukel is falling to our forces. And have we been defeated? And Adurni, I thought that we just said that we were talking about that. Well, we were attacked in a number of places, so it might be a little bit of an issue there. Our forces were positioned to take care of this. Still, let's continue. Okay, we're back at Yolara. 204 squadrons, 2nd and 5th fleet, and strategic reserves, which is good. Adurni is still just marked. But Nisam, unfortunately, seems to be a little bit of a losing battle. Let me just mark it high priority for defense. I'm gonna take this out of these systems to not unnecessarily split our forces. And Vukel, I believe, will fall to us next turn, at which point we can actually continue by attacking Mudun. But I think, yes, we established that Vukel is going to be an amazing planet for us. It even has a moon, so this food and ore production is going to be amazing. So, end the turn. Yes, Vukel has fallen to us. I'm pretty sure we're gonna start colonizing it very soon. 44, 66, 42, 18. The battle over Nisam is not going very well. How's the war going? 41. And the Sags are not really hurting us all that much, but the highways, but still we're at 1,305 ships at this point, so we are good. Now with Vukel secured, we can continue on claiming Mudun, which is another nice planet. You unfortunately have 100 turns of biohazard, which is not great. But we'll make it work eventually. I don't think we need to be worried about that. Alright, the core worlds are all marked. Endek isn't, and Endek is also a really good one. So let's make it a core world. I'm gonna claim Balux so we can maybe attack it. Yolara is being attacked. Aldurni isn't, but Yolara should fall to us very soon. We have the skies. Alright, not really happy with Nissan though. That one is struggling. Though to be fair, we have defeated, or not defeated, but destroyed a lot of their squadrons over here. We lost 45, they lost 56, so things are not going back badly for us. So admirals are telling us they're unable to conquer Mudun. Aldurni, the same. Balux. Alright, we do not have enough forces for that, unfortunately, but they will do it soon. They will do it soon. Now, are you colonizing? Yes, you immediately start the colonization of Vukel. The AI in the game recognizes how important of a planet it is. Okay, so we defended Nisam. The enemy forces have been completely obliterated. Aldurni is gonna fall to our forces soon. So will Yolara. Good, good. Mudun is now also under attack, which is great. Nisam is being attacked again. I really is determined to take this one. Unfortunately. How are we doing on ships? Alright, so the 75 is a little bit, I mean, with all of the pushing that we've done, we have been losing a lot of ships left and right. But considering we are now on the offensive, this is still pretty good news. Alright, so further battle at Nisam, they have reinforced heavily. Jesus, they're really throwing everything they have at us. Aldurni is going to fall soon, so will Yolara, I think. Yeah, we'll take it probably next turn. At which point we can attack Buranech. And basically have these two as buffer worlds. I'll probably build a starbase on Aldurni and have Taphios and Buranech as the border worlds. Balux not doing anything. Mudun is being heavily pushed into. Biohazard here clearing up. I wonder if we're gonna lose Nisam in the end, because the battles there are really, really heavy. Again, lost a great amount of starships this turn. Yes, they actually eliminated our presence in the air around Nisam. Come on. Yeah, we need to take these two worlds. We have lost 17 squadrons against both Hive and 17 against Slugs, but that just means we're getting better. Alright, we now have 41,000 in the Imperial Treasury, so I can improve the mineral refineries. Efficiency is now higher, we're refining more minerals, which will translate into even more ships. And the next money that we'll have will go into food processors. Now, how are we doing on the noble houses? Actually, pretty good. It would be good if we could improve the relations with Windhard, but I think they are the ones that, yes, they're rivaling us, so we will not be able to get better relations with them. So it might be better to focus on removing some of the grudges. You guys are cordial. We have a lot of focus points here. Let's look at the ministries. Could we Could we replace the House Delfort representative with someone better? Is there a courtier or someone who would be better? Jacob Hill, 1812, 18 and 6. Okay, I have a feeling we might want to banish this guy to see if we can get someone better instead of him. How's that for sure? They got a diplomat here, 1816. His loyalty is not great, but competence is much better. But his charisma is way lower. 2110. Okay, you know what? Let's banish this guy. And could we banish anyone else? Not Taoist salt on that. Alright, let's keep it as it is. End turn. So we have just one Mudun. Amazing job, which means we can attack Laner. Not really giving our forces any time to recover. Nisam is going to be lost, unfortunately. But we have gained Yolara, and Aldurni will fall to us in a turn or two. So again, things are going well. And we have barely lost any squadron, so yeah, we're almost at 1400. Let's end the turn. Yes, Nisam has been lost, so do not defend it. It is now going to be an attack. So southeast is our imperial fleet. No, we're gonna go to southeast and we then attack on Nisam. And actually we're gonna attack Nurum later on too. This is going well. Valux is not being taken. I think we don't have enough reserves. We have 242 in reserves, but the fleets of our houses are not doing all that great. Vocal is at 42%. How are we doing? 86, 84, 42, 24. Alright, Celtris. Could we actually make a core? It is well within our territory now, so I won't feel bad about it. Vanari, Tekra. Sogov has also been colonized, but that's a border world, so I don't think it's a good idea to make it a core in case we lose it. And Trapfilon, same. But yes, our population is increasing. We now have 18, almost 19 trillion people, so really good. Let's end the turn and continue. Okay, so Nisam has been attacked by our forces, but we are being attacked at Triconia and Troif. Still unable to take. Okay, next turn Aldurne is following to us. Good. And Balux is being attacked. Good. And so is Laner. So actually we're leading the offensive at Laner, Balux, and Aldurne. So we're conquering 3 planets. Nisam is the 4th one, and we're defending Trof and Triconia. Alright, this is going to be a busy turn for us. We have a number of things happening. So let's look at the war report. We lost 85 squadrons, they lost 141, an additional 15, and destroyed 10 slug ones. There are a number of battles happening all over the place. We can pass a new law. Imperial Security Act, Public Servants Act. Common Conscription Law. Round Drafting Act. I think we have spoken about financial control. That lowers corruption, increases tax efficiency. So let's get that one. Reforms. We're not running any reforms. We might want to do a fiscal one, because that one is being supported by everyone. Or the judicial. Base corruption halved. Alright, let's get with lowering the base corruption. I don't think we have particularly high corruption, 14%. We could deal with that if we actually made our ministries a little bit more efficient, but you got already a pretty decent corruption reduction. So I could invest some of this money to boost some of these places. Oh, and let's have a look. And we get someone new here. Man, you guys, many of you are really bad. Oceana Gomez would be great, but her poor loyalty is making her impossible to work with. Jacob Hill. Where's the House Delford guy? 12 and 19. So 6. Oh, but you have even lower charisma. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, let's look at the audience and see what's happening here. So, the House Garrison shares their expertise. Nice. Good. And we get an event from Chancellor. It's still this one. And I don't mind burning a little bit on this. And what is this? The colonization effort. My liege, reports from our colonization progress are less than satisfactory. Some of our scholars suggest that expanding the colonization fleet would greatly accelerate the process. There is of course the option of requisitioning private vessels belonging to the noble houses, though they may not be inclined to part with them freely. We can spend 3,500 to increase colonist settlement speed by 10%. We shall rent their ships. Alright. Or we shall make their vessels whether we shall make use of their vessels whether they approve or not. Or patience is virtue. I think we can pay for it. That's not an issue. Justice Minister. Hey, a good event. Alright. Thank you. Our judges are dealing with a difficult case regarding patents, and they require guidance from the Emperor. Patent rights should be less strict. Let's improve everything. The Cassiopeians, let's focus on cultural similarities. Grand politics, reconciliation. When the royal house politics align with other noble houses' politics perfectly, an occurrence more rare than a supernova, there is a stellar opportunity to greatly shift the political landscape. So seek reconciliation of House Delford, seek reconciliation of the House Windhard. We shall seek no reconciliation with anyone. I think we want to make the Delford. I guess Delford is a little bit more. Yeah, let's seek reconciliation with House Delford. A baron from the House Garrison asks for privileges. We would like an extension to our traditional privileges. Could your majesty approve it? Denied. Prepare the papers now. The court will prepare the papers soon. Denied, but your house will be compensated. Denied, but your house will be compensated generously. I don't think we want to raise their authority. So let's deny them but compensate them generously. The Great House Windhard wishes their secrets to remain secret. Alright, so we know their secrets, so we can exchange them for favor. An increase in cooperation. Or we can lower their authority. Let's actually lower their authority. Which one is that? That's House Windhard. And see if we can do something here instead. Yes, we will be able to resolve... Oh, they don't have any grudges. Alright. So I could do an official celebration instead. Find scandals, materials. When are we getting the next title? 15 turns. Alright. I mean, we don't need to do anything. Royal Council. Alright, so they're voting the way we want, which is good. We don't need to even make any speech. Taxes approval, uncontroversial. Ministry approval, uncontroversial. Fast reforms, imperial administrators. Undesirable legislative stop. Yeah, everybody likes us. No need for any speech. That is really good. Audience. Oh, we haven't chosen this one. No, we have. Okay. So, Council on legislation. We have passed the laws. We're working on the reform. So that's good. Colonization 92, 90, 48, and 18. Exploration war. Oh wow, that was a brutal turn. We lost 8,500 ships this turn. But yeah, they cannot really stop us from boosting our forces. You can see that we're currently manufacturing 80 ships per turn, so we are definitely on the right way to go. It's gonna get worse as we're gonna extend our borders, but we'll see. So, ending the turn. Nisam has been taken, Trough has been defended, Triconia is under fire, so we'll send you guys to deal with it. Focus on, well, both balanced. Aldurne is still resisting us, alright, but next turn we got it, that's good. Balux is almost firmly taken, and Lanara as well. Awesome. Okay, happy with that. Do we want to get rid of some of the grudges? We could. You are no longer an enemy. Oh snap, we need 9,600. These things are expensive. Alright, now we'll be able to. So, remove the grudge. So, well, a lot of people have grudges on us, but it's not bad at all. Minor houses, that is fine. Industry, that is fine. I still haven't figured out what to do with you. Alright. Banish you, 7 and 10, that's horrible. We don't want anyone with such a bad loyalty. I'm just gonna go from the bottom up. So you as well will be banished. That's a huge sink of focus points, I have to say. And we finished research. 3 of those actually. Space Fox has been added. Recon bot. Alright. So electronics. Planetary infrastructure. Extra level. Thinking machines or scammers. Let's go with planetary infrastructure. We can focus a little bit more on development again. And how are we doing on ships? Space Fox. Radiator. Frigates. Corvettes. Frigate. Corvette. What about this frigate? Which one was... Oh, you're a frigate. So do we have any destroyer anywhere? No, not really. Space Fox. I think we still have... Yes, we have like the Falcon, for example. Yet, so little. Alright. 95 and 158. Okay, so that's much better. A much better armor. Wait, I'm looking at a wrong one. I need to look at destroyer. 139 and 52. Okay, so it's slightly better. Armor 4. Weapons. You get scanners. Oh, none of these are really promising. So let's actually leave it for now. Alright. End the turn. So, what do we have here? Battle at Lanner. That is pretty good. Battle at Balux. I believe, yes, we've taken Audurne for ourselves, so that's good. Baux is gonna fall. London is gonna fall. And we are good on this area. 1500 ships, no issue there. Everything is looking good. Colonization, 72, 42, 40, and 8. Which systems have we finished colonizing? Draconia. Yeah. Draconia has been colonized. Istria. Okay, we can make Istria a core. Sogov has also been colonized. But once we finish Baux, we need to attack here too. And that's gonna make these. And S also needs to be claimed. Alright, we're getting better. What's the loyalty? 17. I'm actually gonna summon the governor. I want to see if I can fire him maybe, because that would be an interesting thing. I never tried it before. So that you get a little bit of money, I want to have more food coverage. We have 110%, which is good, but we need to still invest in the processors. Alright, planets 1. We have 1 Lenner. Though the biohazard is gonna be a terrible, terrible thing for us. Well, what can we do? No major issues, yeah. 1598 ships at this point. Draconia needs some. Okay, we need to attack here. And since our main fleet sits over here, they're already operating in these areas. Alright, so let's attack you. That is directly south. I think our fleet is operating there. Let's heavy focus on attack. And Nurum as well. I mean, we're already operating there, so it's not an issue. Alright, the attack on Nisam though is a little bit of an issue. So let's give you guys a defensive task. Buranech, Balux, Lanner. Things are going good. And we have researched particle absorbing surfaces. And now we have nothing. Alright. So is absorbing surfaces. Titanium synthesis or extra wide hull plating. Hand grenades. Okay, let's go with loyalty checks. I would actually like the loyalty to be a little bit higher. We can look at the court. Who did we gain here? Charles Jones, 1816. Well, these guys are not great. 21. Luke Brooks. Yeah, not really getting any good numbers here. We want to make this switch. It would be a big boost to the loyalty. Can I appoint you as the minister? Oh wait, you're a diplomat. Alright, that prevents you from doing that. 1414. 1914. Yeah, we don't really have anyone better really. That sucks. Oh wow, that was a brutal turn. Still nowhere near an issue. Okay, we might actually lose Nisam, but we're attacking Tinlad. And defense here is going well. What battles happened? At Lanner, at Audurne, at Nisam, at Buranech, the Baux, and Tinlad. Alright, you have colonized Vukel, which is amazing. I want to make this one a core. but I don't think we have enough points right now, so we have to wait. You are a really good guy when it comes to that. Could we have a banquet? We're gonna do a decent banquet, I think, and invest a little bit into our diplomacy. Alright, invest in food processors. Food processing efficiency 510. That should help with the food coverage a little bit. Moderate availability. 85 ships per turn. Oh yeah, that one was a painful battle. We have one in Balux. Now Kelmrak will be taken. I might want to build maybe something here, but we'll have to see. Vanar is actually being encouraged to colonize. Alright. We're definitely building a star base here and a fortress, because this is going to be aboard the world for a while. I don't have a... That's actually a really beautiful choke point for us, so holding it is a good idea. Nisam is going to be lost, I think, soon. But the Nod will be conquered. And we finished advanced point defense and construction. Alright, construction. Ongoing ship modernization. Cheap consumer goods. I think cheap consumer goods might be good. I mean, that is a level that we already have, but it's giving us a flat +5 happiness. And we have only 79. So that's gonna be good. On the other one. Yeah, energy is also not researching anything. Adaptive shields, enhanced shields, tractor beams, or fury. Let's go with... actually no, let's get to the theory. Heavy shielding support house, ship modernization, shields 2, imperial heavy rifles. Alright, let's go with shields 2 then though. Okay, colonization 81, 68, 35, 27. So 4 planets being colonized. We have one Balux, now Kelmark. Yeah, they might actually take Nisam from us. 3 battles, Nisam, Buranech, and Tinlad. Lost 39. Yeah, we're firmly growing 86 ships. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here. With this amount of money we cannot do anything, can we? No, justice. Okay, let's improve justice. That's gonna give us a little bit of a better reduction in corruption, and we might probably... yeah. We haven't really expanded the treasury at all, so that is going to be our next task. Alright, so anyway, as I said, thank you very much for joining me. Our empire is now firmly expanding, which is good. We need that. We have centralization 2, stability 64. That's actually pretty high. We'll need to make sure to suppress the rebels a little bit though. Happiness 82. It's also pretty good. And 22.14 trillion people. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.